Hey folks, picture this. 12 iron-hearted beasts, the trucks that hauled our granddads through mud and mayhem, about to get yanked off the lot like yesterday's bad bet. By 2026, they're toast scrapped for hybrids, EVs, or just plain forgotten in the dust. But hold up, because buried in this graveyard of chrome and grit is one sleeper that might just cheat the reaper. And I'll spill it at the end if you ride this out with me. Buckle in, cause we re-burn and rubber through a tale that's got more heart than a V8 on moonshine. Man, if you're here on Gearhead Garage, you know this ain't your grandma's car channel. We're the crew that lives for the smell of high-octane dreams, the rumble that shakes your bones like a first kiss gone wild, late nights wrenching in the shop, stories swapped over cold ones about the '69 Chevelle that outran a storm. That's US raw, real, and revvin' for the truth. So let's roll. Windows down, wind-whipping stories of these doomed rigs that built the roads we chase. Start with the Ford F-150 EcoBoost, that turbo-twin's soul from the aughts that promised the world but delivered wallet woes. Remember when Detroit dreamed big in 11, stuffing those 3.5-liter mills into the blue oval's kingpin. It was like giving a workhorse steroids quick as a fox, hauling like an ox. But now, those fancy blowers and brainy electronics are turning into money pits faster than a dragster blowout. Repairs hit like a hangover after a rally. $5,000 for a turbo swap, and that's if you're lucky. By 26, with gas prices climbing like a rock crawler on steroids and EVs lurking, these bad boys will depreciate quicker than a summer tire in snow. It's a gut punch. This truck's the everyman's chariot, from farm fields to Friday night lights. Kinda like loosen your old faithful dog. Loyal till the end, but the world's moving on without a backward glance. Slide over to the GMC Sierra 1500 Denali, the luxury cowboy that struts like it owns the trail. Back in 14, GMC figured, why not lace up a full-size hauler with leather softer than a debutante, S-glove, and tech that D make NASA jealous. It was the truck for the boss who hauls hay on weekends but sips scotch midweek. But here's the off-road truth. Those loaded gadgets, massaging seats, heads-up displays, they're vampires on your battery and budget. Post-warranty, one glitchy infotainment system, and you're dropping for figures like loose change. History whispers this is the fate of Flash without grit. Think 80s caddies rustin' in junkyards, all show and no soul. By 2026, Canadian winter sell, chew 'em up, 11 values halved, while the EV horde rolls in silent and smug. Damn, it's like watching a stallion get sidelined for a golf cart elegant exit, but who'll miss the thunder? Now, let's get rowdy with the Nissan Titan, that underdog bruiser that's been scrapping by since '04, like a boxer past his prime. Nissan poured hard into this full-sizer, giving it a 5.6-liter V8 that growls deeper than a junkyard dog, but sails flat as a blown gasket. It's the truck your uncle swears by, the one that towed his bass boat through hell and back without flinching. Fun fact, back when Titans first hit, they were Nissan's shot at stealing Detroit's crown, built tough as the trucks that rebuilt Japan after the war. But low demands the killer dealers can't move them, parts dry up like a desert wash. Come 26, resell a tank harder than a 90s muscle flop, leaving these warriors rustin' in lots. Forgotten like that one mixtape in your glove box. Heartbreaking, right? Makes you want to fire up the old mill one last time, just to hear it roar defiance. Don't sleep on the Ford Ranger either. The mid-sized Maverick that roared back to North America in 19 like a prodigal son with a chip on its shoulder. Compact enough for city squeezes, tough enough for backwoods brawls, gets the Goldilocks of trucks, hauling 7,500 pounds without breaking a sweat. Echoes of the 80s Rangers that danced through oil crises sipping fuel while big boys guzzled. But high sticker shock starting north of 30,000, has folks eyeing it sideways, comparing it to full-sizers that promise more bang. By 2026, as tariffs bite and tech leaps, these'll shed value like autumn leaves, especially up north where salt eats frames for breakfast. It's a shame. This truck's got the soul of a rally racer, nimble and fierce. Imagine trading your scrappy sidekick for a shiny suit. Feels wrong, don't it? Hop in the Ram 1500 Classic, that throwback warrior clinging to the '09 bones like a ghost in the machine. Ram kept it alive for the purists, the ones who crave that old-school Hemi rumble without the newfangled fuss. It's the truck that says, I don't need screens, gimme gears and growl. History's got parallels. Think VW Beetles hung in on post-bug era, lovable relics in a world gone sleek. But with Stellantis pivoting to EVs and hybrids, scrapping the Classic by 26 makes sense. It's cheap to build but cheaper to kill when margins tighten. Values plummeting, like a cliff dive, from 40,000 new to 20,000 used in a blink. Kinda poetic. This end-of-line elegy reminds you why we fall for these machines. Not just for the haul, but the stories etched in every dent. Then there's the Chevrolet Colorado. Mid-size muscle that's been the smart guy's Ford F-150 since '04. Diesel options that sip like a miser. Off-road trims that conquer like Evel Knievel. It's the truck that powered a generation of weekend warriors, from tailgates to hellheads. But slip-in sales and EV mandates are seal in its fate. By 26, it'll be overshadowed by electric upstarts that promise zero emissions without the diesel din. Depreciation hits hard. Those turbodiesels are gold now, but wait 2 years. Half gone. Poof. Like losing a reliable OL coonhound. Always there when you called, now chasing shadows no more. Jeep Gladiator. Oh man. The off-road poet that's been dodging discontinuation rumors since it debuted in 19. Built on Wrangler blood. It's the truck that turns trails into triumphs. With that Pentastar V6 singing freedom anthems, echoes of the 40s Willys that won wars, rugged, unyielding. But with mid-size rivals like the new Ram on deck, Jeeps, poolin', the plug by 26, especially the 4Z hybrid that never quite sparked. Values crashing faster than a rollover on loose gravel. Buy now or weep later. It's a rebel yell fading out, makes your chest tighten, thinking of all the sunsets it'll miss. Toyota Tundra's twin, the 26 refresh whisperer's curse weight. No, this beast from 22's already feeling the heat. That massive V6 hybrid's efficient as a monk, but sluggish sales in a Tacoma world spell trouble. It's the truck that aimed to dethrone Ford, borrows from Lexus luxury, but by 26, with no big updates, it'll depreciate like fine wine, backward. From 50,000 to 25,000. Easy. History's wheel turns. Like the old Land Cruisers, legends fade when the next gen shines brighter. Honda Ridgeline, the unibody unicorn, since '06 smooth as silk, hauls like a champ without the frame rattle. It's the truck for surfers and suburb dads. Clever storage tricks that'd make MacGyver jealous. But in a body-on-frame brawl, it's the oddball getting benched by 26. Values haven't, as purists scoff. Sweet ride, bittersweet end. Chevy Silverado, 1500s diesel dark horse. The Duramax that growls, eternal, tough as nails, since '01, but EV shift dooms it post 26. Repairs sting, values plummet half off, like a fire sale on dreams. GMC Canyon, the upscale Colorado kin-refined hauler for the discerning. Same fate slipping away as tech tides rise. And the Chevy Silverado HD, heavy-duty hero tows worlds. But gas-guzzling guilt seals its 26 grave, but with the sleeper, that Ram 1500 Rev electric beast, morphin' into a range extender hybrid, with 690 miles on a whisper. It's the ghost that haunts the doom list, cheating death with gas genius smarts. Could be the future hiding in plain sight. What a ride, huh? From these fallen titans to the spark that endures, it's a reminder, trucks ain't just metal. They're the pulse of our wild hearts. So next time you twist that key, ask yourself what legacy you leaving on the blacktop. Hit the road, chase the horizon, and if this fired you up, smash like, drop a sub for more garage gospel, share with your pit crew. We'll see ya down the line, keep the rubber side down.